Hello, I'm Blaze and welcome back to Warframe. This is being done a lot sooner than usual, but due to some recent developments regarding void drop tables next week, I may not get another chance. So let's all give our final salutes to the Latron Prime. Under any other circumstances, I wouldn't list where to acquire the parts in this video, as drop tables are subject to change at any time, as evidenced by what's going on right now. However, on March 24th, 2015, they are being removed entirely and there is no telling when or if we will ever see them again, so here we go. The blueprint and barrel can both be acquired as a reward from Tower 1 Sabotage runs or Tower 1 Survival runs, with the blueprint being a Rotation A reward and the barrel being in Rotation C. The barrel is also available from Tower 2 Survival in the Rotation B pool. Meanwhile, the receiver is available from Tower 3 Sabotage and Tower 3 Survival Rotation A. Finally, the stock is available from Tower 2 Capture and Tower 2 Sabotage. It is among one of the easier primes to get. In fact, this one was one of the first ones I ever got. And if I was not so focused on getting the Powers Prime, it would have actually been my first. I had managed to pick up everything but the blueprint without noticing somehow. It even has a mastery rank requirement of 0, allowing anyone to use it if they can get one. And shockingly enough, for its reasonable acquisition requirements, it's a beast. The Latron Prime features a very high base damage of 85 with a spread of 68 puncture damage, with the remaining damage being spread evenly between slash and impact at 8.5. Not only that, but it features an above average critical multiplier of 2.5 times, and while the critical chance is at the average of 15%, this thing still hits like a truck when it lands a critical hit. In addition, it has a base status chance of 25%, which is very high, and also allows it to utilize status builds effectively. Coupled with a high accuracy and a reasonable reload time of 2.4 seconds, this thing has a lot going for it. The only two things which I can say aren't so great are the magazine capacity and default fire rate. 15 shots can go by pretty fast, but it's usually enough to deal with whatever you have the Latron Prime leveled at. As for the fire rate, 4.2 rounds per second is actually a little bit on the sluggish side. However, it is close enough to being comfortable that it is easy enough to fix. Even better, it comes with two polarities by default, one V and one dash. In most respects, the Latron Prime has high stats across the board, and with its two default polarities doesn't even need as much effort as a lot of other weapons to get it to its peak. And for the color coordinators out there, the Latron Prime was one of the first Prime weapons to be able to have its metallic parts recolored, so you don't even have to see gold if it isn't to your taste. For mods, the Latron Prime is at its best when given either a criticals build or a status build, or indeed a hybrid of the two to get the best of both worlds at the cost of some raw damage. That 15% critical chance might not seem special, but with its high critical multiplier at 2.5 times, it is still very much worth going for. I would also add Shred to any build you put on the Latron Prime personally. That 30% fire rate increase really drastically improves its fire rate, and in my experience lets you click away without any hang-ups, as well as providing some punch through to hit multiple targets or strike out against opponents behind cover. I will say that heavy caliber is a judgment call on your part. The added base damage gives it a nice boost in power, however I did find myself really noticing the accuracy penalty over longer ranges, even with just leaving heavy caliber at rank 7. While it might not come up all the time, you will see your shots going either side of what you are aiming at over some of the larger tiles, such as some of the available interception missions. So, if you value higher accuracy over greater damage per shot, you can go ahead and use another elemental mod instead, or something else if you're choosing. The Latron Prime is a fantastic weapon, and all of this leads me to wonder what the hell Digital Extremes is playing at. We all know that void drop tables have become bloated and getting some items can be a nightmare, especially when you look at how some of the drop chances of them are weighted. But it was largely a problem of Digital Extreme's own making. Look at the mountain of shit on Rotation C for pretty much everything, instead of the earlier Rotation A or B reward slots. Look at how few Prime items are in some of the earlier Tower missions. There are no Void Spy missions. There are no Void Hijack missions. And Interception has only a T4 variant. No Tower 1, 2, or 3 Interception. Tower 1 Survival has nothing in Rotation B. Tower 1 Defense has nothing in Rotation A or B. And until Nova Prime was released, you may have been forgiven for thinking that they had completely forgotten the Orokin derelicts even existed. Now, they are planning to remove the Void entirely and reintegrate all of this stuff back into the star chart itself, which is a good decision. I fully support getting people to play in places other than one specific area that is cut off from everything else, where you can't even get into a group via matchmaking. It is great, I fully get behind that. But then we have this nonsense where, from what I can currently discern, old content is seemingly being dummied out for really no good reason that I can think of with the current information that we have. Hopefully they are going to bring them back. Hopefully they will be smart about this. Hopefully they actually have a good reason for all of this. But we have only really been told that they may make a return, which is something that we have also been told about past Prime Access accessories. Okay, I'm done soapboxing. The Latron Prime looks good, hits hard, and has a high status chance, and with Shred equipped, it's very responsive. It was a weapon I used for almost as long as the Tiburon, and while I have mine and I do not have to personally worry, there is no telling when or even if new players will ever be able to get their hands on one. At least not without shelling out their entire life savings in platinum to a trader. This thing will be sorely missed, but we do still have some time to go grab parts, so get your farm on. I'll be doing so as well, but I have other plans for any sets I get. I don't have it in me to jack up prices like other traders do. I suppose I wouldn't really make a very good businessman, huh? But go get him, Tiger. This might be your last chance. Thank you very much for watching my somewhat short notice send-off of the Latron Prime. All comments are appreciated, and I hope to see you around next time. For more content, feel free to check out my overviews of the Supra or the Gurkata down below. And as always, good luck, have fun, and take care.